How's it going, everybody? AB Rhombus here, aka Abnormal Rhombus, and we've got another episode of Shellshock Live today. We're playing 200 HP, 3v3 team shot. And as I'm doing commentary for this, I'm realizing that as a player, I really like all shot because it makes the game more fair. Everybody has to deal with the same obstacles. But as a commentator, I like team shot because I can really catch a lot of the weapons that are being fired. Like, for example, I can see the chicken fling doing damage here, or the bounce explode, and I can really commentate a lot better knowing what's going on. So yeah, I think that's how I feel about the shot types. But after turn 1, they don't get a whole lot of damage off. 32, we'll take that. We've all got armor. We've got the advantage at the beginning of the game. That's a big deal. So it looks like we're going to try to fire a chicken fling first. I like to see that. It looks like Destroyer's going to fire counter 3000, and I'm not sure. Oh, a hover ball at the beginning. I don't think that's a very good play at the beginning. But we get 2 hits with our chicken fling. We're out damaging them right now. We're doing more damage than them, and we have more health. So I think that's going to be a big deal going into the start of this game. So let's see. What weapon would I like to see us fire next? I would like to see a bolt and try to get a 2-for-1, but we're going to try a double splitter, which makes sense as well, just because the enemy is not too far apart, so we might be able to hit all 3 of them. So let's see what this enemy is going to fire at us. Going to fire a stone, possibly a grenade. So we get a snake, a stone, and a volt, and they do monster damage to us. They do 70 damage. That's a really good turn for them. We took a lot of that damage, unfortunately. That's kind of a common thread in these games. I'm getting taken out early, which is really frustrating for me as a player and a commentator, but what can you do? You get focus fired, you get focus fired. So we're going to fire the double splitter. Destroyer's going to fire an earthquake off. Not too sure why. You have all these weapons and you're going to fire an earthquake, which is usually a finisher. But we get the double splitter off for one hit. Destroyer gets 30 damage off, spread amongst the 3 players, and unfortunately that flower doesn't hit. Flower's usually a lot easier to hit than that. So we are a couple turns into the game and we're not doing so hot. We're not looking so good right now. But the game's young, it's early, team shot lasts a lot longer, so let's see what happens. So Rainbow gets fired, does fantastic damage. They whiff on the grenade, the tri-grenade, which is fantastic. We don't want to take that damage. Destroyer gets hit hard, and I believe he got sniped too, so we are not doing so hot right now. Things are looking pretty bleak for us. We're only a couple minutes into the game. It looks like Destroyer's gonna fire, I'm not sure what that is actually. We're gonna fire a static. That was actually a pretty cool weapon. I've never seen that before. And we hit with our static, and we do 100 damage between all of us, and that's a big deal for us. I think that might actually push us into the lead there. I think had we not did that damage, this game might have been a loss this early, just because we've just been so far behind. So 100 damage is essentially half of somebody's health, and we just did that in 1 turn. So, firing safe weapons, just trying to get that damage off, trying to keep up with them right now. Again, AC 130, which sucks. We get hit for huge damage on the area strike, huge damage on, the airstrike. The area strike. We literally get hit with everything that turn, and there's not a whole lot that we can do. So we're trying to move out of the way. Gonna try to fire a 3-ball, it looks like, but we're switching it. Yeah, we're gonna fire a couple bolts here just to match that damage as best we can. And those are 2 really good placements on bolts there. We do 60 damage and we finish one of them off. All of a sudden, oh my gosh, that's a great shot by Hodgepodge. That's what finished him off. He gets the snipe. It's, I think, a subterranean snipe, too. So I think we did, what is that, 200 and some damage there? No, 161. I don't know what I was thinking. 161, 100 on the snipe, and then the 230s on the volts. So they fire another rainbow. They miss with the rainbow, but we get hit with, I can't even remember what that's called. I can never, sinkhole? I think it's a sinkhole. Yeah, I think that's a sinkhole. We get hit with that twice this game, and it is doing some good damage to us, unfortunately. Let's see what we're going to fire here. Looks like Destroyer's going to fire an airstrike off. But I think what's really more important to realize here is that Prokov didn't get to use that AC 130 that he got. As I'm thinking about it, he got that, I think it was a care package, and didn't get to use that AC-130. That's a big deal. That is a huge deal. That might have won us the game, actually. As we do 88 more damage, second 8 kit is low, very low. Like 2 more turns max low. And Kuma's pretty high, but the biggest thing to realize here is we took somebody out. We're taking 2 weapons, they're taking 3. So time is really on our side at this point. We just need to take good safe shots, and we've got this game in the bag. I know Destroyer and I are low, but like I said, we're only taking 2 weapons compared to 3. So really, they may only be able to take one of us out at a time. So let's see what happens here. They fire a rainbow. Destroyer gets hit hard. We get hit with a Bulger. We both survive. We take second 8 kit out here. It's a big deal. If we can take second 8 kit out here is a big deal. I see what we're doing. He's not quite in EQ range, so I'm asking my teammates to help me out here, get a little bit of damage off, and we can finish second 8 kit off. So let's see if we get a little bit of help from our teammates to finish them off and position ourselves to win the game. And we don't get enough. I believe second 8 kit has 2 health left, and that is unfortunate. And he has a shield, so it really frustrates me that my teammates just wouldn't fire a normal weapon at this player just to finish him off. And I was going to survive at least 2 more turns with that shield. And it's putting us in a tough spot. I mean, he could essentially take both of us out, both me and Destroyer, and win the game because of it. But we both survive another turn. So it really only makes sense to shoot at Coom 4 here. But I think at this time I really wasn't sure how shield worked yet. I don't know if they just had to take a little bit of damage and that shield would go away. But I think it just goes away after 2 turns. So let's see what happens here. We're going to try to fire off a breaker, try to get some damage off. We fire a good breaker. Unfortunately, it bounces, and we can't do any damage. So I believe we are going to focus our attention down the map to Coom 4 at this point. So let's see what they do. Let's see if we can keep surviving just a little bit longer to make Hodgepodge's battle with Coom 4 a little bit easier. Let's see what they fire at us. Hopefully those portals get in the way. I think we're actually fairly protected from those portals and that barrier. But we'll see. Fires off. What is that? Flare, whatever that is. The flames, the embers. They just don't do any damage. And we survive another turn. Second 8 kits. Shield goes away. And let's see if we can finish him off here. I think my thought process is people want kills in this game. So we're going to leave second 8 kit to our teammates, and we're going to go after Coom 4. That's what it's looking like here. And unfortunately, the teammates cannot finish him off again. And I remember this game clearly now, me being super frustrated at this point. Got to take him out. I mean, you have to. I've done all I can for him. I'm giving you a kill. I'm trying to make your battle later with Coom 4 a little bit easier, and you're not helping me out. And unfortunately, I think this is our last turn, if I remember right. Or we'll get finished off here just because of what just happened. It's unfortunate, but that is how the game works sometimes. So we get taken out to the grenade. We really have no excuse to lose this game. We have the shot advantage right now to be able to take second 8 kit out. And then we have a 2v1 at least for a little bit, which is going to make a huge difference if we can land our shots, which we haven't been, unfortunately. So second 8 kit gets taken out. No communication. They both go for him, and unfortunately, that's going to hurt us. We could be doing more damage to Coom 4. So let's see if we can make it out. See if we can make it out. I really felt like I played good this game, but we'll see if we get the win. I did damage a lot of turns. There was a couple turns I didn't do damage, I'll admit that, but I did do a lot of damage throughout most of this game, and I think I really helped contribute to my team here, so can't be disappointed, I guess, with the way I played. Destroyer survives another hit from a breaker. He is literally 1 hit from death. Let's see if they can do some major damage to Coom 4 here. If they do, it's essentially game over. It'd be really hard for him to come back. He'd have to land a snipe, have to get some big damage off. And my team does not take advantage once again. I don't understand why they're afraid to going long there. I'd rather go long on my shot there. take my chance with the backboard if I'm a little too far, then land short here. And that's frustrating. So looks like Destroyer is probably going to get taken out here on this turn. I'm not sure what was fired at him, but we'll see. And he doesn't. You know, Coom 4 chokes on there on that shot and really loses the opportunity to take one of our teammates out. And I feel like it's super frustrating that I have to tell my teammate to move to pick up the care package. He gets 30 armor when he wasn't going to. Why do I have to tell you to do that? Right? And you move early in the round, and you can move right back to where you were and not lose your trajectory. Why do I have to, as a teammate, tell you to move to pick up a care package to make the game easier on yourself? I don't understand it. Anyway, Destroyer fires off a Ghost Bomb, does 30 damage, does a little bit more damage to help out Hodgepodge there. And Coom finishes him off with an Earthquake from that weapons resupply, which is unfortunate. If I'm Hodgepodge here, I don't want to hit that teleporter. I don't want to give Coom an opportunity to do a bunch of damage to me with whatever he may have. I want to hit that item floater right there, but I don't want to hit that teleporter. So let's see what he decides to do, because he's really in the driver's seat right now. He doesn't get either, unfortunately, but they should go away. And he shouldn't have to deal with it from his opponent. So that's okay. That's a fair play. I think he did 10 damage. Let's see if he survives this hit, you know, pretty scot-free, and see if he can finish this game off. Because this game is winding down. Really like to take the win here. Frustrated I got taken out early after playing so decently. I'll say decently. I think we did good on offense. Could have moved more on defense. Could have moved more. So he's going to fire an airstrike at Hodgepodge. And he's going to hit with all 3. That is devastating. It does 90 damage with the I think it was a helicopter strike. That sucks. That sucks really bad. So let's see if Hodgepodge decides to move, which he doesn't, which is very surprising. We'll see if that comes to bite him in the butt next turn. And he fires Gravies, which is such a meh move there. So let's see what happens. Coom 4 fires a banana and lands it. That is frustrating. Hodgepodge is not looking too good here. I don't know what he's planning on doing moving closer. You'd think you want to make Coom's job a little bit more difficult. So what's he fire? That's a really cool weapon. I've never seen that before. Only does 11 damage, but that's an interesting weapon in the game. That was really cool. So yeah, he takes an area strike, and that's essentially game given away by my team again. You know, maybe next time I should just really take initiative and go for those kills when I can take them. It sounds like I'm blaming my team, and I am a little bit, but you know, I just don't like wasting weapons. If I know it's common sense that somebody's going to take them out, so I'm not going to waste my weapon on them too. I don't know. I guess I just have to come up with a little bit more strategy going forward. Hits with the Gravies, but gets finished off by rollers. It's a frustrating game. We should have won it, but that's okay. So that's GG's. Thank you for watching. I hope you liked the video. I hope you liked this commentary. And stay tuned for more Shellshock Live. If you want to join the Rhombus Rebellion, click the subscribe button below, and we will catch you later.